How do I sound?
Like shit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, looks like it's going to be the Louisville Kings and the Defenders in the UFL Championship, Donnie.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
I saw that on the TV.
I was rooting for the Battlehawks.
Yeah, I saw the Battle. Who were the Battlehawks playing?
The
DC,
Kings.
wasn't it? Oh,
No,
they
the
played
Kings.
the Kings. Okay.
Orlando was playing DC.
That's right. So I saw the Battlehawks game on one of the screens where we went to eat dinner earlier.
Did you?
But I couldn't see. It was a small screen in the distance. I couldn't see what was going on.
Paul, this is what, we talk about other sports other than baseball. I don't know if you know this.
No, I'm here to do Brockmire and get out.
Because Donnie and I were.
He's a battle who?
Battle who? DC who?
You guys are cutting into Tiki Time.
Oh, nice. Well played.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
And I'm the one at the beach.
All right, guys. Well, listen, let's get started here. And welcome everybody to the Down Hat Chronicle Sports Show. No, it's not a sports show. It's a podcast.
Ooh. It's the podcast.
You like that? Well, yeah, Donnie and I podcast. Anyways, listen, this is are we doing this live streaming?
You tell me. I don't know. Are we streaming something?
Not Paul Caputo. We're not.
Look, you guys call me up. You say, come talk about this thing. And I show up. I go where I'm told.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, welcome all I know is that if Paul's on here, we're recording live, okay?
Oh, yeah. That's right. We're broadcasting live.
Ooh, Donnie, you're already throwing gas into the fire. Look at you. I love you, buddy. I love you. Dude, that was good of you. That was good of you.
In this week's Baseball by Design on Tuesday morning, like within the first minute, I get into the fact, Ed, that you give me a hard time for saying broadcasting live. That's coming up on Tuesday's episode about the Big Lebowski.
Oh, I did say recording instead of broadcasting. I did mess that up.
Yeah, broadcasting live or recording live. You can't say that anymore. Did you take out the Sunday helmets down?
No, it's still back there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, they are. How long?
That's going to be late. And I'm going to make a big deal out of it when the helmets come down.
Are you going to be crying?
I don't know if I'll be crying, but I will. I'm going to video record it. We're gonna do some social media.
You're gonna do it for the gram,
and then and then when I get the new place and they go back up, it'll be like Air Force One, right? Wherever the helmets are, that's where the Ice Cream Helmet Hall of Fame is.
Well, you can call it a traveling museum.
That's right. And the thing is, I expect that my next place is probably going to be smaller than this place. I'm not expecting to have a 36-foot shelf custom built for ice cream helmets. So it may have to be a rotating exhibit.
Oh, a rotational schedule here. I like that. Okay, all right.
It's like this month we have double A.
Well, make sure you do a time lapse along with the video.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah. No, this is because I did a time lapse when it went up.
Okay,
but they were only like 3 high when it went up, and now they're like 8 or 9 high. So
that's a lot.
The Hall of Fame has increased quite a bit. Yeah, there's about 600 helmets out there.
Donnie, I don't know if you know this, but I have been trying to convince this man to move to North Carolina. But he has this like infatuation with this Philadelphia area, and I don't know why. The winters suck up there. He's stuck in winter. You would think that he would moving from Colorado to the East Coast. Like, let me move somewhere where there's a lot more warmth.
Exactly.
Other than Colorado, but no.
Let me tell you something about Colorado winters. They can get cold every once in a while. They actually don't. We get a lot of sunshine here. So
okay,
yeah.
So you're about to move to Philadelphia, where there's no sun.
Yeah,
winters suck ass.
Yeah.
Well, when you're closer to the sun, like you are,
right,
by thousands of feet, it makes a difference.
In the fake zone. Don't forget the fake zone.
The fake time zone, the imaginary mountain time zone.
Yeah.
Listen, it's all worth it for decent pizza and decent cheesesteaks.
Oh, come on.
And also, counterpoint, go Birds.
Whatever. Oh, my God. The only reason why you say that is because it's a Philadelphia thing. Other than that, you're not really a Eagles fan. You're not a football fan.
I'm obviously much more a baseball fan than I am an NFL fan. That's for sure. I don't follow college football really at all. But, during football season, I cheer for my Eagles.
You don't follow your Richmond Spiders football team? They do have a football team,
They won the championship. When I was in college, I went to every single Richmond Spiders football game because I was in the pep band. We played at those games. And
you would.
I played trumpet. It was a lot of fun. It was a signature part of my college experience. All the football games and all the basketball games. And then in 2008, several years after I graduated, and by several I mean 13, they won the what was it, like the 1AA they called it back then? It was the
1AA.
Yeah, it was right around when they switched to like the football championship series. But it was
look at you knowing where they are now. Look at you.
But they won it all. They won the title.
I did not know that Paul was a fellow trumpeter. Now I was
Donnie,
only a middle school trumpeter, but
yeah.
I did play trumpet for 3 years in middle school.
I'll tell you what, the girls, they like those trumpet player lips, strong lips.
Oh yeah.
That was always my argument. And they'd be like, I'm not letting you kiss me.
Oh, that's it. That's
I know, it was real sad.
Okay. I don't even know where to go from there.
I just go where I'm told.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but this is the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast. My name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat. And with me, I got my good friend, my co-host, Mr. Donnie, the Mayor Wise. And then, I don't know why we let him in, at this point, because all of this shit that he's been giving us about the Brockmire rewatch.
I think you're transposing there. I don't recall giving you guys a lot of shit about it. When it first started, I was like, oh, what the hell? Like, I thought this was our thing and we were going to do episode 4 someday. But
someday.
And then we started a feed for it. I did an avatar for it for
you did.
Social media.
You want me to use that avatar for it so that way we can go ahead and on the episode?
I don't want to create brand confusion with the Dad Hat Chronicles here.
No, but you know that you can do on the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast, right? And then like on the episode itself, on the episodic logo, you can put that.
Yeah. I started doing that for Baseball by Design, and then I noticed shortly after that, other podcasts started doing it.
I saw that you did that, and I'm like, I've been wanting to do it, but it hasn't really been able to materialize. But now I can use it.
Yeah,
because
that's right. You can use that. Let me know. I'll send you the artwork if you don't have it.
I already have it.
Oh yeah, because you set that whole thing up.
Yeah, I set this up. So, all right, but guys, before we get into Brockmire, let's just go over what we've done over the weekend, because I mean it's been a while, right? Since we've had Paul on this, and then Donnie, you know how we do this. We talk about the things that we've been doing, and then I'm going to start with you because I know you've been a very busy person watching some collegiate wood bat.
Yeah, I made a point to check out the new Blue Ridge League. I had ordered the Greenwood Flying Monkeys fitted hat in April, and this weekend kind of started out with me trying to figure out where my hat was. I'd messaged all of the social medias, and finally, I even said in there that I was going to be at the Greenwood game on Friday, and is there any chance this hat was going to be in by then? And lo and behold, Greg Sullivan messages me back and says, there's been a production delay. Same day, they sent out an email to everyone that had ordered one. They were refunding the shipping costs, but they will, send you the hat. And if you want a full refund, you could get that. So I had planned to go Friday night to see the Flying Monkeys opening night game. My stepfather lives about 10, 15 minutes from there. So I was going to drag him to a ball game with me and Rhonda, and we did. And it was a fantastic experience. That field was renovated and built as it is now for the Greenwood Braves in 1968. It feels and looks like a 1968 minor league stadium.
That's awesome. And
when I did some research, it was funny because it said at the time in this old article that it was a state-of-the-art minor league stadium. They touted the lighting system. They even touted the fact that they had lighting 20 years before Wrigley Field and all this kind of stuff. It's a great old ballpark. Just has that classic feel. I sent you guys the picture of the the foul territory. Oh my
That's
gosh.
massive
Foul territory. And Kelly pointed out that Oakland Coliseum was built about the same time and has very similar foul territory as well.
Jeez.
So that was a thing in the late 60s, I guess. But anyway, the Flying Monkeys and the Joanna Hornets, I got to meet Michael Reifsnyder, who Eric and Johnny had interviewed on Earn Fun Average podcast. Mark Viquez had also interviewed him and done an article about the Joanna Hornets, which is where I first found out about the new team there. So it was kind of neat to meet them, talk to Greg, get some little insight from him of how things are going with this new league structure for the Disco Turkeys and Davy Crockett's and Hungry Mothers and all those other teams. And so far, so good. They're starting off really well. Went back on Saturday because the Disco Turkeys were playing as well in Greenwood the next day. Greg was going to be back. So really fun experience. So I spent 2 days watching summer collegiate ball in this old ballpark, and they've got food trucks. Every game's going to be a different rotation of food trucks. So a lot of different food options. Just a fun time. And they're actually doing between inning entertainment with their interns and stuff. And they're actually doing a better job of it than some minor league teams do, which is funny because they're just getting started, but they know what they're doing. Dizzy bat races. They had kids down there with sponges running and soaking up water from a bucket to see who could fill the bucket the fastest in a minute and a half. A lot of fun things.
Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting, right? Because you're saying, I was like, well, they're doing a lot of other things that other minor league ballparks are not really doing. But I mean, he does have experience in all of that, right? So I mean, he's been doing his due diligence. So shout out to Greg. Like, I mean, like that Flying Monkeys logo, I'm such a fan of.
I saw that jersey. I had to get the jersey. And you love a pullover jersey. Both of their jerseys are pullover.
I love me a pullover jersey.
That white jersey with Flying Monkeys across the front of it. And the one thing that I hope they do, on the sleeve of that jersey, they have a logo that I haven't seen anywhere else, which is a G with wings. Not the Cleveland one, but
you mean that one behind me right there?
No, not that one. It's basically the letter G with the wings coming out from both sides of the G. So I hope that they maybe get that on a hat at some point as well.
Talk to me about the merchandise there.
So they had 4 different T-shirts. I got the brown T-shirt with the Roundel logo on it. So a good selection of that. They did have the one Velcro snapback type hat with the Roundel logo on it. I did buy one of those to help support them. And then I bought the home jersey, the white one. So doing a little bit of that. But my favorite item actually that they had was the Blue Ridge League branded T-shirt with the Blue Ridge League logo on it.
Interesting.
And I thought that was a pretty good little thing for them to throw out there at these games that I wasn't expecting. So I definitely had to pick that up because I love a good league logo type shirt. That's pretty neat for them to have that. So I also talked to Michael Reifsnyder of Joanna Hornets about hats because their home hat is just the black hat with the J, yellow J on it. And I said,
it looks very old school jumbo, the Suns.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Absolutely. And it's a cool hat. I'm going to get one of those. But I said, are you guys going to do a fitted hat with the Hornet logo on it? He said, well, we got the trucker one. I said, yeah, but people will buy the fitted hat. I said, if you do the Hornet holding the bat, you'll sell like hotcakes.
100%.
So he's already got the design embroidered because that's the same embroidery they do on the trucker. And the guy that does his hats, he can make them to order. So I think that will probably be showing up soon on.
Look at you influencing people.
Exactly. I'm trying to be an influencer as well. I don't want
take
the title,
that, Eric Prophet.
Exactly. Anyway, great weekend. It's good to see that league going strong right out the gates a little bit. And good to see the Disco Turkeys. I haven't seen them in a few years. I'm going to try to get up to Inman and see the Spartanburg County Peaches. I want to see them at their home field as well. I've seen pictures of it. Greg showed me some pictures from the other night. So a good little league. I'm happy for Greg and what he's got going on there. And hopefully they'll expand this league and keep adding some teams to it.
Shout out to Greg. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. Not a whole lot for me, bro. I'll be honest. Like Friday, I didn't do shit. I was planning on going. Because they got the Old North State League here. So I'm like, all right, let me try to hit up a couple of games this summer, try to go there. A lot of them are in either city or high school parks. for the Or North State League, right? For you guys, it's a little different, right? You guys have already established stadiums, old minor league, like this 1968 one, right? But this one doesn't have a lot of that. This one is in a high school field for the Raleigh Oaks. That's the closest one to me. There's also the Wake Forest Fungos teams here, so I keep looking at the schedule for that. So some Sandlot news. We are, we're at the time of this recording, less than a week away. Your boy will be playing at the new ballpark now for the the Devil Dogs. R.I.P. Mudguys. Yes, I will be playing and coaching. Obviously, I'm the captain of the team of the Broken Bat Baseball Club. So and the Raleigh, the Kudzus. So we're going to be playing against each other on Saturday. So I'm very excited for that.
I'm excited because I have my ticket for that. So I'm going to see you guys play that morning and see the Devil Dogs play that evening. So
we are going to be watching the Devil Dogs play later on the night. It's an all-you-can-eat ticket. So we are going to
try that Australian item they have. That sounds fantastic.
What do they have? A meat pie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So their whole schedule. I mean, their whole food is going to be centered around Australian themed items. So that's pretty cool. They've already done some upgrades to that ballpark. So I'm very intrigued to see how it looks compared to the last time, right? And so here's the thing. I'm a little nervous about one thing. It is all turf. All turf.
Yeah.
And
in case it wasn't hot enough.
Exactly. In case it wasn't like 1,000 degrees, right? We're going to be playing in turf now. So the Coastal Plains, the majority of them are turf, because I know that also the Salamanders play in a turf field. So there's that.
The Blowfish upgraded their stadium this year to turf. I was at the Blowfish game on Wednesday night. That was my first one of the season as well, seeing them play on that turf field and seeing those guys try to slide. That's something else. I mean, that's and pitching on a turf mound. I don't understand why the pitching, like the box from the rubber towards home plate, that rectangular area can't be dirt so that they're actually still stepping on dirt. I don't understand why you would turf that part of it. I can understand turfing the rest of it maybe for maintenance reasons, but there should be a rectangular box there that is still clay.
I agree. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting playing in that. I think that'll be the nicest ballpark that we've played. Right next to the Durham Bulls Athletic Park, right? The old one. That's right. I played in that one. That's pretty cool, right? Where Bull Durham was filmed, where, we talked about this, like all the, like when you're there, when you're playing there and you're like walking around, like it was like, I remember Susan Sarandon coming down, down this the steps right here. And it's all cool stuff, man. So did that, and then we actually did a little bit of work at the farm. The farm is the Sandlot community ballpark that we're putting together up here. I'm very excited for that. It looks so cool, dude. It looks as Sandlot as you can think of. Okay, it is such a cool. It gives you that different vibes. I'll put some pictures later so you guys can see it. I'll send it to you guys. But man, it's so cool. It's and I think it's the early stages of this, right? Like, I don't know. I think you guys heard me talk about the long time down in Austin, Texas. Donnie, you saw that little documentary, did you? Just like that.
Yeah.
Think of it like, and it's such a cool little ballpark. So there's that. All right. And then I hosted last week Carolina games at the house. I got a blow up screen and a projector and all that for outdoors. I'm 1 for 1. Okay. 1 for 2. Okay. Because the last game was not good. The game that Val went to.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Stadium Food Girl. Yeah, she went to that game. That was how we were down 4-0 in the third period, scored 4 goals, and then gave up the game winning goal in the second overtime. Yeah, that's the one I hosted, and it was not a good ending for Carolina.
Like, are people in Carolina like fired up about it? Is that like a big deal?
Oh my God, yeah, it's a huge deal.
Is that right? Okay.
It's a massive
in your backyard till 1 a.m. last night.
Yeah, we had people here.
Because I know I didn't get to go to bed till almost 1 a.m. when that thing ended.
Bro, you should ask my wife. As soon as it ended, turn everything off, and I went to bed. I'm like, I'm so tired. so over it. So, but it was a good game. Obviously, we didn't, it didn't end up the way it did. So, Paul, anything for you, my friend, since you're here, share with us.
First of all, I want to say that Greenwood Flying Monkeys logo is very good. Like,
so good.
Yeah, it's exceptional. I think they did such a good job with that. A firm that I was not familiar with before I wrote the article for Sports Logos, Evan Johnson Designs, based in North Carolina. That firm is. So that was really, really refined, professional looking logo. Looks really nice. And Greg Sullivan, he works a lot with Britton Peck, who obviously did the Disco Turkeys, and then
Hungry Mothers.
He's done a couple of those teams with that Blue Ridge League. So the Flying Monkeys have quite a different look from some of those other teams in that league. So that's cool, Donnie, that you got to go there. I would also love to see what the merch is like when you go to that Devil Dogs game, because that'll be
we will keep you posted. We might do a live stream on that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Brian Begley did that logo. That was cool one too. So he's the guy who did the Crystal Coast Booty Divers.
I love that logo.
So what do I have going on? I have not done a terrible lot in sports recently. The main thing that we did, Ranger Amy and I went to a Fort Collins Foxes game, opening night for the Fort Collins Foxes.
I saw that.
She sang the national anthem in spite of having a pretty bad cough. So she's like popping cough drops and like drinking tea. And I was sure that she was going to have some hacking coughing fit in the middle of the national anthem. And I was like, I've never been more nervous for her.
I'm sure.
She crushed it. She did great. So that went real well. She is now in Ireland. So I'm flying solo with the kids here. The kids are home for the summer. So that's fun. But we're making plans for the summer. We got lots of plans for this summer coming up very soon. I've got Anna Danapalooza with Anna DiTomaso and Dan Simon. We're going to be in Rhode Island and Massachusetts for that. That's going to be a fun one. Our friends, the minor league nerds, Kelly and Christina, will be out here in Colorado. We're going to go see a Rockies game and a Foxes game. That'll be a lot of fun. I just figured out how to incorporate the Curve Brim Media Meetup into driving my car and Maya's stuff all the way across the country to get her back to school for the start of her sophomore year at American University. So just, lots of sort of figuring out how to make baseball work. And then at the time of this recording, 2 months from today is my last day of a 24-and-a-half-year career with the association that I have worked for since I got out of grad school. So almost half my life working for this association. And I'm going to be a free agent coming up August 7th.
Wow. So on that note, all right. So a couple of things here.
Yeah.
The weekend of August 28th, guys, it's going to be the Corporate Media Meetup. So please, if you're planning on going, please contact Kelly Robinson of the Minor League Nerd to let them know, so that way we can put tickets aside together, so we can all sit together doing the games, right? We're going to go see the Colonels, the Quad City River Bandits. We are going to go to the Field of Dreams and play catch. Oh, I knew he was going to look at it.
I'm saving it for the Brockmire recap.
Yes, because there's a thing in that I wanted to bring up too.
Exactly. And so that's going to happen. We're going to be going over there. And so we still got to figure out where we're going to stay and all that stuff. So, but that's up for another day. Also, number 2, I have been working doubly extra hard to have Paul Caputo move to North Carolina so we can set up the corporate media, home base here, right here in the Raleigh area. I think it's a great idea, right? Also, I think the wife and Amy, Darla and Amy, would be very happy for us to get rid of all our stuff out of our houses and put them in the podcast studio.
So we have started the packing process. You should see how much minor league baseball, just knickknacks and garbage, are just kicking around the house.
That's how it goes.
It's a lot.
Don't get rid of stuff, though. Don't get rid of stuff. Just donate them to happy families. How's that? All right, so those are the two things that I want to go. So again, make sure that if you're interested in going into the Corporate Media Meetup, let us know. It is going to be in Iowa this year for many reasons, many reasons. But we're still very excited because I have the Field of Dreams as one of my bucket list items, and I finally get to check that off. I'm very excited for that. So it is the weekend after the games that they have over there.
Right?
Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
So
I did not know that timing, but that's pretty
it's the
cool.
weekend after, yeah. All right, sorry about that. Oh, by the way, I'm just looking at the pre-order for the Flying Monkeys hat. Not bad for the price, and two.
Oh, absolutely,
such a cool hat.
Yeah.
So, and it's actual sizing. So I wonder what are they going to use as far as the actual hat company?
Good question, because I should have actually asked him about that, because the team already has their hats. They just didn't have the ones for sale yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know Joanna Hornets uses the game, but I don't believe these are the game. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll know soon.
We'll figure it out. All right. So now that we got all this jumba mamba blah, blah, out of the way, Brockmire.
Yeah.
All right, so this is season 1, episode what, Mr. Donnie Mayer?
Number 6.
What?
We're moving along, man. We are flying.
What a surprise! All of these doubters said that we were not going to make it past episode 4, and look at us.
They said we're going to crash and burn like you did before, and nope.
No shot at Paul, right? None whatsoever.
No, that was a shot at you.
I'm not sure where this fiction came up, where this narrative was invented, that somehow I was the one who.
I know.
Let's just say Baseball by Design has not missed an episode in 4.5 years.
Oh.
The Dad Hat Chronicles does not have that same history.
Wow, I wasn't the one who said it.
Hot.
Jesus.
You did say it. You absolutely said it. You pinned it on me with episode 1.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, guys, listen. We're here on episode number 6.
Yeah.
This was an episode. You know what I'm saying? This was an episode to watch.
Finally, the show agreed to take on one of the serious topics out there. Finally delved into something a little serious.
They did. But they did it in a way which was hilarious, right? They had to make it a comedy, obviously, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
So first of all, before we going into discussion, what were your thoughts on this episode? Like, just overall thoughts on this one.
I'm a huge proponent of Tiki Time from here on out.
Absolutely. That was my favorite phrase one of my favorite phrases out of this.
No talking, no crying, and every day is paradise. Tiki Time.
I think I need to do a t-shirt with that one.
Terrific episode, like funny, dark. I mean, like, this show thrives when it's dark. You don't watch Brockmire if you don't want like a dark show.
Yeah.
And this one's about as dark as it gets, and probably the darkest one yet.
Yes, 100% is the darkest one yet.
Yeah.
Donnie.
And when they're sitting there with the doctor, and they're trying to deflect with the humor, and the doctor just has this, like, I mean, I don't know how many takes they took, or if this actor that played the doctor was great at holding a straight face, but man, when they were laughing and making jokes,
he was so good with it, right?
He was
so good. I mean, that was as straight man as you could ask for with that doctor.
You asked Ed, I think we were supposed to come up with a couple of things about the characters, like favorite character we could do without. The doctor was easily my favorite character in this episode.
And this, because of the dryness of
Absolutely.
whole of his demeanor and his character. I agree with you. I think he was what I got 2 in this episode. But anyways, Donnie,
you could leave and never come back.
I will say I think the doctor is one of my favorite characters in this episode. One of my favorite characters that I'm starting to like, and I like this actress when she was in Last Man Standing, is Tim Allen's daughter, the bartender.
She's hilarious.
Hilarious. Yeah. She's so good. And her delivery of her story was like a roller coaster to them. And then she's like, oh no, it's on my dating profile. And like,
Yeah, I tell
the
everybody
way
that's
she
right.
ended that was hilarious. And you asked about whether, and I don't know about this episode, if it could have done without anybody. And I will reserve till later if there's a character in the show that it could do without and still be okay. But the one of the most subtle things was the guy in the background at the bar.
The firebomber.
And the firebomber, and the fact that he accidentally blew up
Right.
the clinic.
Oh, I did that.
Oh, I did that. It's like mumbled like that. Just that little like 15, 20 seconds.
Yep.
Was necessary in the whole episode because it gave context to why they had to go to Pittsburgh and make it a road trip and all that. It was just I mean, those little subtle things like that are gold in this show.
I liked that because I recently stopped in Pittsburgh on a road trip.
You did. You did. Great ballpark, by the way.
Terrific ballpark. And I got
you.
to see 9 shutout innings by Christopher Sanchez, part of his 50-inning streak.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I personally took the whole Tiki Time a little bit different. And I think because this one hit a little bit home, right? I've always wanted to play baseball. Oh, that was always my dream. I've always wanted to play baseball. I wanted to at least get 1 year of minor league baseball under my belt. That's been my whole dream. And I love my dad to death. Don't get me wrong, but my dad was never that kind of person. You know what I mean? It was like he's like he never put any stock into sports, right? And so like. I've heard it so many times. I was like, oh, that you're just wasting your time with this, blah, 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 blah. So like that whole part of that show resonated with me in a little bit of a different way.
What was your dad's version of Tiki Time? Because I know it wasn't Tiki Time, but
I think I witnessed your dad's version of Tiki Time.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Is it Tiki Time now?
We went back to Ed's dad's house to watch. We were all going to watch the last game of the World Baseball Classic. Not the last game, but the last game of round play while we were there. And we grabbed some snacks and beverages and brought them back to the house and like went out on like this awesome like back porch out there, and we're all like set up ready to go. And then Mr. Rivera was just like, okay, bye. And then like. Went back to his bedroom. I was like, "Oh, it's Tiki Time. No talking, no crying. Every day is paradise."
Tiki Time. That's my dad right there.
Yeah.
Like those not. Later on, he was like, "Oh, how was it?" and all that. Could care less. About sports. His Tiki Time is he's a pastor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like he was like, there's other better, more important things that you could be doing with your life than worrying about sports or podcasting, which also told me that I was wasting my time with that. So
I had a friend tell me that the world didn't need another podcast from a middle-aged white dude, and that was a middle-aged white dude who told me that.
And look at you guys, you're crushing it.
Look at us.
Oh my God, we are rolling into dough.
Well,
the tens of dollars.
We're rolling. We're rolling. Just I don't know what kind of dough it is, but whatever. But anyways, listen, it's a little bit. I apologize for making it a little bit dark, but that's
all right. It's not dark. It's personal, man.
So
just turned into an episode of Smartless over here.
You did. Ooh, so good. So, you guys give me your favorite character. Okay. Obviously,
Doctor.
Give me the Doctor. I think I agree. I think Doctor was like his delivery on point, right? It was just perfect. Who is a character that you can deal without? Like you can just be like, eh.
For just this episode, right?
Yeah, just this episode.
Okay. I think this show would not survive without Charles. I think
Agreed.
Charles is just an absolutely spectacular character.
Yeah.
I think in this episode, he didn't have a big enough role that like I would have really missed him. If they had cut the story arc out where like Brockmire is trying to be Charles's dad,
it could have been without it. You could have dealt without it.
Yeah. We've already established that Charles doesn't really like baseball that much and he's not that good at it. And the fact that he was, watching internet porn in the broadcast booth. Like that was a funny gag, but like I don't the Charles scenes to me, as much as I love Charles and as integral as I think he is to the series at large, I thought at this episode that part of the story arc, I didn't really need him.
Yeah, the whole part was like, women, get out of here. We want never to see. Like it's just because he opened the laptop, just to make sure.
Women, get out of here.
Shut the front door.
Wonders never cease.
That was a great line there.
Oh, that had me going. That had me going.
Although I will say another great line that came out of that was when he said, "Baseball can't compete with pornography. Nothing can."
Right, that's a great line.
I mean, it's true.
But you're right, Charles. If they didn't have any of the Charles scenes in this episode, the story about his dad still played with Jules' character as well, because he's talking about the hereditary nature and all that. You really didn't need the father figure part of this when they were out on the field, or really any of that. You could have done without that, and this episode would have still been fine.
Right. So let's say we start the whole show, right? Tiki Time, all that stuff. Dad grabs a baseball, literally just chucks it. Like he's like, yeah, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
Like he did it so calmly, so nonchalant, right? He was like, "Can I see this?" And just like,
and it wasn't the first time. Brockmire had seen that before because
he saw that coming.
Yeah, here we go again.
Yeah, that's why that's why he had the Walkman with him,
right?
He was just had it ready to go because he knew it was going to happen. So that happened, right? And so the whole them at the bar, like your body, your choice, and all that razzmatazz. I'm like, come on, how good is that?
Before, so I didn't want to get too far away from Charles because as he, one of the scenes that I thought was just like absolutely great was, when he walks in and Charles is on the computer and obviously up to something nefarious, and he slams it shut, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And they both have to like pretend like it's not happening. And Brockmire's like, "I wanted to see if you wanted to have a catch." And he said, "Catch," and I was like, "Yes." And then twice after that, he said, "Wash your hands first." And then twice after that, he said, "Play catch." He said, "Every kid, it's the American rite of passage or whatever. Every kid to have a dad to play
needs
catch.
to learn to play catch." Yeah.
Yeah. So
do you think he did that on purpose?
I wonder about it because, like, I don't know people who use the phrase "have a catch" or "play catch" interchangeably, right? Like, people are usually one or the other.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Maybe it's just what was in the script, and Hank Azaria is just good at reading what's written for him. But
he is really good, though.
Oh yeah, he's so good, right? Like, so I don't know. I don't know if that was intentional or if there's some sort of reason that they had for using one or the other. Yeah. But when I heard "have a catch," my eyes lit up. I was just like, either that writer is from the Northeast, or they just they appreciate that "have a catch" makes so much more sense than "play catch."
Or Hank Azaria just like, all right, I'm going to indulge you into one time saying "have a catch," and then after that, I'm going to go with "play catch."
I do love that scene where Charles goes to wash his hands and Brockmire lifts up the computer screen. Donnie was talking about this. Women, get out of here. Wonders never cease.
So, and that's that whole thing. It's funny because every single young adult has gone through this before, right?
Yep.
You saw the tissue box. You saw everything. I mean, they set this up so good. And first of all, why are you doing this in the ballpark?
Why are you doing it in the broadcast booth, right?
In the broadcast booth, right? Like there's always something going on. So like the fact that like you were there, that kind of like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? But he also they never expected that Brockmire was going to show up on a day off where there's no one there.
Right.
There's that.
And then things, I'm all about continuity issues with shows, and I always try to catch them, or not try to, but I catch a lot that most people don't. The one thing that got me about that was we've seen the walkway to the press box. There's no way Charles would not have heard him coming up.
It's a loud walkway.
Exactly. So things like that are the things that only somebody weird like me would pick up on that he wouldn't have really been surprised.
Yeah.
But I get the whole premise.
But at the same time, like he had the sound going.
Yeah, I guess, and he's kind of in a focused way.
He is not
focused.
He does not pay attention to anything else that's going on except for what it's on the laptop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Well, I'll be damned. This whole and then of course the whole awkward part of him getting up at the same time, where obviously you're wearing jean shorts, which is hilarious. And he goes so. We've all, listen, every teenage boy has gone through this plenty of times. So there's that. What else has stood up for you guys in this episode?
Well, we haven't even touched on the largest theme of the whole thing. It was the whole conversation about, right? The whole question of abortion.
Yep.
And their approach to it was just, it was just sort of comical. Like Brockmire said, he'd never gotten a woman pregnant, but he had paid for a lot of abortions. Come on, dude!
And then he grabs his wallet and started taking out the crisp $100 bills out of his wallet. I know the drill. Here we go. Hold on a second.
Right. And then what did she say? She said that she had. What was it like when she was in her 20s, that she got more dick than a bathhouse?
a 1978 bathhouse.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I still never got pregnant.
Those two were so meant for each other.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
That's the whole theme of this whole thing. Is they're just meant for each other.
Yeah. And then the whole story arc with her not being able to take a pill. One of the doctor's funniest lines was she's sitting there chomping on the pill and she's like doing everything she can to get it down. And Brockmire's like, is it okay for her to chew it? And he's like, no.
And all you hear is just like her crunching on it.
Crunching it.
Like, girl, you've been through some drugs before where you've had to crunch it and then just follow it down with water. You know what I mean? Hi, Mrs. Mayor. Bye, Mrs. Mayor.
She's waving. She must have had to grab something out of her purse.
Yeah.
The one thing that got me about that was when he drops the 2 pills in the little plastic bag on there. And she's like, I don't do pills. I'm more of a, with that. And he's like, don't do a cocaine.
Don't joke about that.
Don't do a cocaine thing in front of me. I'm a doctor.
But he did it so straight face.
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
My God.
Yeah, that doctor was great. Who played that doctor? I'm gonna look that up.
I'm rewatch. Look, I'm literally having it all playing right now, and it's like the whole Charles and him talking.
Well, and to back up about the bartender, because that I specifically made a note about that when she's sitting there talking to the bartender, and she says, not to be judgy or anything, but you had an abortion. And she's like, oh yeah. You're like, no big deal. She starts telling her the whole story about it and everything, and she's like, oh, it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And she's like, really? She's like, yeah, it was a ticket for a bus and 3 nights a hotel. Like everything you think is Pittsburgh coming is totally different.
Yeah.
And then when
that wasn't the hardest part.
She's like, that wasn't the hardest part. And she's like, like protesters screaming the worst things at me. But I was listening to Shake It Off. But then they threw a diaper full of rocks at me, and that I couldn't shake off.
I know, that was so good.
And then it's like, oh, what about the procedure? Oh, the procedure itself was a breeze. That was nothing there. It was just the black eye from the diaper full of rocks.
Ron Perkins is the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in The Prestige, Ronin, Reindeer Games, Volcano.
Oh, so he's done some movies.
Yeah, he looked familiar to me. I just couldn't place him. So, but that was, God, he was funny. So,
so good.
Yeah,
that is so good.
Yeah, and then when they go back to him, and he's like, should I feel something for taking this pill or whatever? Well, you'll feel the nausea, cramping, spotting. I just don't know from where. And then at some point, Jules says something to him about when he go to get up, and he's like, I think I'm spotting. The subtle things they drop in are just, they just floor me how good they are.
And how he made her take it right there. Like, it's again.
Oh yeah, he's like, you're gonna take this in front of me.
He's like, no. In his mind, it was like, the two of you should never procreate ever again. Like, that's just a given. Like, the two of you should not ever procreate. It's just not good for society.
Well, the fact that they had to go back and get one because he snorted it. He comes in and he's like, "Oh, thank you very much." And
let's not forget the part that, like, he goes to, like, he's having that moment with Charles, and she's having the moment with, like, his so-called friend, and the baby is screaming at her, and right, all of this, right, and then Brockmire shows up to the apartment and goes and says, like, I'm supportive of you, blah 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 blah, and she goes like, oh, I've decided to end the pregnancy. He goes like, oh, thank God.
When he pressed her at first on the percentage odds of where she was leaning, and she said 60-40 towards keeping it, and he's like, I pushed you into that. You didn't have to answer that question. Let's just forget it.
Let's play the odds. Let's play. We're not gambling.
Yeah, it was like, I need a number here, and
right.
there's too many maybes here, or something like that.
You said something about that, like, like he snorted the pill.
Oh yeah, she's like, "Where's my pill?" She's like, I chopped it up so I could toot it.
The whole thing, she's like, you did that, and then she goes like, also, what was it that she called him?
First of all, greedy.
Yeah, there it is.
He took all of it, like, he didn't savor any.
Because it was 2 lines, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2. Yeah.
It's just so good.
Oh, that's really funny.
I mean, it's funny because you don't expect her to be as crude as she is at times, but when she is, it is so funny because you don't expect it.
Yeah.
There's something that we haven't talked about then, is that when Brockmire talks to the ball player, and I just forget his name now, of course.
To who?
To the ball, the player who's talking to all, like, his 17 of his kids.
Oh yeah,
the player who had 13 kids.
What is his name? This is gonna kill me now.
Yep, I'm totally blanking right now on it too.
But anyways, so he's there. He's talking to, he's talking to all his kids. He just walks in on them, and so, like, the perfect line that, Donnie, you said it earlier, because he's talking like, like, you have so many kids, like, at some point, like, like, you just want to, like, wear a condom. He goes, why wear a saddle when you want to feel the horse?
I Googled it while you were talking, Ed, because I needed to know too. Pedro
Uribe.
Oh, Uribe. That's what it was. Yeah. Why wear a saddle when you want to feel the horse?
And the thing that got me too with Pedro is he's got all the kids on the screen, and he's telling each one of them, he's like giving each one of them some advice. He's like, so and so this, so and so that, and he goes, Marco, and Marco goes, Polo. And he starts laughing. It's like, that little dad son inside joke was there, and it just was hilarious to me when he did that. And then he's like, bye to each one, like, boop 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 boop. And as they're popping off the screen, you see the porn in the background.
And as soon as you think they're about to show you something, they turn to his face, and you're like, oh man.
Exactly.
And this is IFC when this show was released, right? This is IFC. So, like, they could push the envelope, but they didn't, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, cool. I see that. But I thought that was hilarious. Like, the whole, that whole comment, I think that should be the title of this episode, right? Why wear a saddle when you can feel the horse? That should be the title of this episode for the podcast.
Absolutely.
I noticed that, like, of the lines that I wrote down, just because they were funny, that none of them were from the abortion story arc, right? Like, everything else, it was from the, when he was having catch with his dad, it was the Charles stuff. Except for one, when they got to the office and Brockmire asked, he said, is this like batteries? Do we have to take it to the recycling center ourselves?
I was like, oh, how do you, as an actor playing a doctor, keep a straight face during that comment right there.
I can't imagine. I would be terrible at this. I would absolutely, especially lines that are improvised. Like I would absolutely, like anything that caught me off guard, I would just crack up immediately. There's no way I would be able to control myself.
Like that right there alone, I would have been like, oh man.
I would love to see an outtakes of Brockmire.
Yes. Yeah.
That I would pay money. I would buy that.
Yeah.
They should do a reunion of this. You know what I mean? Just talking about the whole season. Like, you know how they always do, like years later, they do a little documentary on this, and you know, they really should do one, because this was such so far. And listen, you know, obviously we're going to get more into the seasons as they go, right? Yeah, that's right. Maybe in episode 7. I don't know. Who knows?
There's only 2 more left in the season.
There's
only 8 episodes. You guys are a quarter of the way there almost.
We are. I mean, we've been having so much fun talking about this and enjoying them, because obviously, as baseball fans, we all like shows and movies about sports, especially you know, baseball, right? Obviously, you and me were having this conversation, Paul, about what are some of the movies that I think are great but you hate. You know what I mean? And then some of the movies that you like that I'm like, could be. Yeah.
Did we think of anyone of that I like and you don't? We know 2 for sure that you like and I don't, but
The Sandlot is number one of them.
Sandlot is one, and Trouble with the Curve.
Trouble with the Curve. That man.
Yeah.
Paul Caputo is the personification, the human personification of Get Off My Lawn, which is also, by the way, Clint Eastwood's meme picture. You know what I mean?
Get Off My Lawn guy, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, look, I can't help that Clint Eastwood made a bad movie. It's not my fault. But I would say, Donnie, you weren't in this conversation, so I'll throw it out to you now. When Brockmire is done, the next rewatch has to be Eastbound and Down.
Oh, absolutely.
We've already, yeah,
absolutely. I love Eastbound. You know what? I've driven past the souvenir stand here in Myrtle Beach with the shark over the door where Don Johnson's outside of, and like one of the late seasons. I've driven past it twice today, and every time I come to Myrtle Beach and I see that, I say I've got to stop and take a picture, and I don't do it. I'm going to do that this weekend. It's literally like right 5 blocks up the road from where we're at.
Do it.
I do have a Kenny Powers 55 Myrtle Beach Mermen jersey. It's one of my prized possessions.
I have a Mermen jersey from when the team did the Mermen the last season. They were here. Lynn and I both bid on jerseys for that last game that they played as the Mermen before they retired that. And I got one of the player worn jerseys for that. And I also have a Mermen Hawaiian giveaway shirt that they did as well.
Nice.
Well, there's Donnie one upping me. I'm getting big time.
Not trying to, but
I just bought a shirt online because I like the TV show.
I love Eastbound and Down beyond. I mean, that is just one of my favorite. Everything Danny McBride does to me is hilarious. And I have a friend from high school who has played an extra in both Vice Principals and in Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, really? Righteous Gemstones is a classic. So much fun.
My friend Kenny was the body double for John Goodman on the roller coaster episode.
Wow.
Nice.
I'll have to show you. I have to find the picture and send you the picture of him. They made him up to look like John Goodman because John Goodman only did the close-ups, but all of the distance scenes of John Goodman riding the roller coaster was my friend Kenny riding that roller coaster for like 8 hours that day.
Oh my God.
Imagine riding it for 8 hours.
It's like those people that got stuck on the roller coaster staring straight up into the air.
Well, my thing is after like an hour, do you not have enough film? Like, really?
Why does it take 8 hours of riding that roller coaster?
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't get that part of it. But anyway, we'll circle back to that for sure.
We're definitely going to do that series. But in between, you know, before the August 28th corporate media meetup, we have to, you know, watch the movie, Field of Dreams, come back to the podcast and talk about the movie.
I haven't seen it in a long time. That'll be an interesting rewatch.
Yeah. It's been a while. So it'll be a good rewatch before that. So Donnie, just so you know, that's what's going to happen. We're going to pause it where we're at on Brockmire, watch it, and then we go back and keep going.
I'll see if I can get Ranger Amy to watch it with me. I'm not sure if she has the attention span. It's kind of a slow movie.
It's a great movie, though.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, no doubt. Look, we agree. We agree. All right.
We definitely okay. Let me ask you this question because this question was posed to me this weekend, and for the life of me, I can't think of a movie that I've done this lately. All right, so all the old movies that you've watched before, and then any of the new movies, recently. Let's just say in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
How many times in the last 5 years, or those movies that you watched, new movies in the last 5 years, have you watched multiple times?
Ooh. Several.
I can't think of one.
Several, and possibly even several like recently. Begonia. Really super wild, interesting movie. Watched it once by myself because I was just like up and then, watching TV. And then the kids the next day were like, what should we watch? And I was just like, you wouldn't believe this wild movie I just saw. So Begonia, I watched twice. I just rewatched. Now this probably is outside the rules here. Because I'm working on an episode of the podcast for the Madison Mallard's Big Lebowski theme, The Dudes.
Oh yeah, that's way outside of the.
So it's got to be a movie that was made in the last 5 years.
Last 5 years.
Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up is another one I've watched more than once.
I've seen that one, but I've only seen it once.
Oh, okay.
Great movie.
Once. Yeah.
I can't think of any, but I haven't watched a lot of movies in the last 5 years. I haven't found a lot of movies that have come out that I've wanted to watch. That's
the whole point.
I've got because there's so many things now that are limited series or limited run. Like a 10 episode limited series to me is what I wish movies kind of used to be. Like they cram too much into 2.5 hours. And it's like stretch it out a little bit and make the story better. And that's what they've started doing. That's why to me, like a 8 or 10 episode limited series story is better than any movie because they've got time for it to breathe and the story to do better. I haven't watched very many movies.
But that's the whole point because I will sit there and I will watch Major League number of times. I will watch Sandlot a bunch of times. I will watch, all these older movies that came out a while ago. But these new movies, for some God-given reason, I will only watch it once and then that's it. I could care less.
Yeah. I don't know. This movie might be just outside the parameters of this question, but there's a movie called Yesterday with Himesh Patel. I think I'm saying that right. Who the premise is that he's riding his bike. He gets into an accident. He's a musician, and he wakes up in a world where no one knows who the Beatles are.
Yeah,
and so then he gets wildly famous singing Beatles songs. I've watched.
I did remember that. I remember that, but I don't. I don't remember. I don't remember watching it, so I can't say that I watched it once or at all.
Yeah. I've seen it at least twice.
I haven't seen it, but see, that's the thing. There's a lot of movies like that I've wanted to see. I just didn't go to the theater to see them, and I've never circled back to them on a streaming service to watch them.
Yeah. We're gonna go see Project Hail Mary with the kids. I haven't been to a movie theater in a long, long time.
I've seen that one.
Project Hail Mary. We're gonna go see with the kids Tuesday night.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Okay.
With Ryan Gosling. It was. Yeah. It was. Darla and I. We went on a date night. And we went to go watch that one.
I don't actually know anything about it. Maybe I'll watch a trailer.
You should.
I love a movie theater because I love popcorn. I love like popcorn and soda. Yeah. Holy smokes!
But you got to reserve your seat now, right, at the movie theater.
Oh yeah, you got to buy.
But that's actually better to me than what it used to be because now you can.
Now I know exactly where I'm going to sit down. If you're not on my seat, I will. Sometimes you still do because some of the times the kids are there, and then that's where I turn into an old dude. I'm like, bro, you get the fuck out of my seat.
Yeah.
Before I throat punch you. But anyways, listen, I don't do that.
He's only had to throat punch 3 kids before, so that usually works.
It usually works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll teach them a lesson.
It's always sucked to get there 20 minutes before the previews start. Then you watch 20 minutes of previews. You're in the theater for an hour before the movie starts.
I love it.
Get a good seat.
I love it. It's the opposite of the pitch clock, right? Like it is.
Wow. You had to go throw that in there, didn't you?
They are making it worth my time to buy the ticket and go sit there. I can get my concessions. I can settle in. I can get ready. Draw it out. Expand my experience while I'm there. Make my ticket worth that value.
Well, you would have loved the ball games that I went to this weekend then because there was no pitch clock. They were both 3-hour long plus games.
Yeah.
You had sometimes 3 pitching changes in an inning.
Oh boy.
I mean, it was as old school gets.
There you go. Blue Ridge League. Good for you, Blue Ridge League.
I knew you was gonna. Oh God. Well, guys, this was a great episode for season 1, episode 6 of Brockmire. I love the show. Love the show. I think it's great. We made it to
and the
6.
Brockmire PSA from this episode, the ultimate public service announcement is: see a random line, no thank you, I'm fine.
There it is.
Was this the first mention of Joe Buck in the series?
Oh,
that was the very first mention, which is, oh my God, we totally missed that.
Oh,
we
yeah,
did.
that
Was like right at the end. Yeah. And like as soon as he says Joe Buck,
he punches him.
but hold on. Like they embrace each other. Hey man, I'm sorry. I should have stood there for you. I was a bad friend, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And hug it out. All good. All is well, right? He was like, actually, the reason why I'm here is because he's coaching in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma State. University.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Go Pokes.
And then, yeah, exactly. Oh, here. And so he goes like, actually, the reason why I'm here is Joe Buck, and just wallops him.
Yeah.
He just like it was like a switch, like within a second, just like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, no hesitation, just punch.
So that was the very first mention. You're right, Paul, of Joe Buck.
Yeah. Who plays, obviously, he plays a big part not only in the series, but he plays a big part in. You were talking last week, Ed, about the Brockmire podcast that Hank Azaria did. Joe Buck features prominently on that as well.
You know what's interesting? Before that, I really did not like Joe Buck. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he totally rehabilitated his image with me anyway, by how he played into it on Brockmire.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I'm coming in from 2016. This dude was rooting for the Cubs kind of situation. Like that was my whole mentality. Yeah. Obviously, we know that he does not give two shits about either team. But to me, in my mind, he kind of redeemed himself, playing that. In it, I do not have any ill will towards Joe Buck anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. I was a Joe Buck. I was a Joe Buck hater, but I'm reformed. I think that what he did on Brockmire totally rejuvenated or rehabilitated his image with me.
Oh God, yeah. It was such a cool, but that's so funny though. Like he just said, he mentions the name Joe Buck, and he just gets absolutely beat to shit in front of the kids too, in front of all of Uribe's kids, right? Because
he's trying to get the kids to hold back, like, oh no, don't look.
Yeah.
So that was great stuff. I love that show. So
yeah.
Maybe we should. What do you think, Donnie? Should we invite someone else to watch episode 7? Now and then come to the podcast and talk to us about this? What do you think?
I don't know about somebody else. I mean, if Paul got time on his hands, he's going to have plenty of time soon. But
I mean, he's good.
But I mean, I don't know.
Paul is doing 2 podcasts right now, so he's already working doubly time, right?
I mean, if Paul's not up for episode 7, then yes, we need to get somebody else to come in here and give us their opinion, just to get a different opinion.
I mean, I'm happy to come back whenever you guys like is fine. But if you wanted to get I know Kelly Robinson's a fan of the show. It's there are people out there who are fans of the show who might also want to rotate in. If you want to rotate me, if you want to bring me back sporadically, or whatever, just let me know.
You know what? We'll see how this goes. I like it.
Yeah.
Guys, in the meantime, make sure you follow Mr. Paul Caputo. He is Baseball by Design. He is on Threads, on Blue Sky. You're on Instagram as well, right?
Yep.
And the Facebook? Are you in the Facebook?
I do have a Facebook presence. The name Baseball by Design got taken up by some random coach who hasn't posted in 3 years, but that's my fault for letting that happen. So on Facebook, I'm Baseball by Design Podcast.
Okay, there it is. Make sure you listen to his podcast. He's also part of another podcast, aren't you, Mr. Paul Caputo?
I'm Chris Creamer and I are doing the sportslogos.net podcast. We're 14 episodes in on that, and we're having a fine time. And I find it to be way easier than Baseball by Design because I don't have to line up like 4 interviews for every episode.
There you go. Mr. Mayor, he is on pretty much every single social media that I am on as well.
I'm just riding your coattails there.
Exactly. We're on TikTok. We're on Threads. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Make sure you follow each and every single one of us. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube. The reason for that is we are trying to get to 1,000 followers on the YouTube channel. Right now, as it says, we are at 583 followers. So make sure you guys are following us. We put a lot of cool content, a lot of live shows and podcasts and all that stuff. So make sure you guys are doing that. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next one. Support the minor leagues.
Bailando con su flow, la pista se enciende, su actitud de diva. La noche soleada, un trago en la mano, su risa contagiada. Baila hasta el amanecer, sin miedo a perder. En la oscuridad, somos solos y no hay vuelta atrás. Reggaetón en el aire, track que nos hace volar.
This podcast is part of the Curved Brim Media Network. Here are some of the other members of Curved Brim Media.
Hi, this is Kelly Robinson, the Minor League Nerd. My YouTube channel explores the history of minor league baseball teams. More than just stats, we delve into team lineage, sharing stories from current franchises to obscure one-year wonders.
I'm Paul Caputo, and on the Baseball by Design podcast, I talk to minor league baseball teams, designers, and other super interesting people about what these minor league baseball logos mean, and I talk a little bit about ice cream helmets.
What's up, Bucketheads? I'm Anna DiTomaso, and each week on the Baseball Bucket List podcast, I speak with a different fan about their favorite baseball memories, what the game means to them, and what's left to check off on their baseball bucket list.
Hey everyone, it's Eric from the great state of Kansas.
This is Johnny from the New Orleans Baby Cakes Memorial Museum.
And we are the Earn Fun Average podcast,
where we talk to a variety of guests about their love of baseball and have fun doing it.
America, lower your standards.
Average is what we do best.
This is Patrick
and Corey
of BaseballMapper.com, and we have made an interactive map to help highlight all baseball teams from the majors down to collegiate summer leagues.
We want to bring you closer to baseball. So get on the site and find a team near you today.
Hey guys, this is Patrick Larson from the Minor League Baseball Hat History Series. And in every episode, I go through the history of minor league teams through my personal collection of hats. You can find me on Twitter at @PatLarson1. I hope you guys enjoy.
Learn more about Curved Brim Media at curvedbrimmedia.com.